Caston's open and they haven't picked it. I
think we'll see it now.
I mean, why?
What's that?
Hasn't it been picked yet?
Well, I mean, they prioritized Janna. HWA, I have no idea. I'm not sure why they chose to go for the Graves insta-lock. I mean, they want to take it away from Nardius, even though we know how powerful his Corki is. So I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, I mean, let's talk about the Graves then, and the Sejuani. I'm from California. We're near Mexico. Okay. Tijuana. Sejuani's been pretty good. I mean, it hasn't been like, oh, this is terrible, this is crap, get out of here. But it's been decent for both teams. It just hasn't really been to the point where it could be really effective come these fights because, well, one, Aces High is just too far ahead every time it happens. So we'll see how it works for HWA this time. But they left open, you know, a couple of really good champions to be picked on the other side. Like you point out, the Corki's still available. And then the one man, the Casaman, is still left open and picked.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, Aces High are in a lot of comfort picks. Janna, Vi, Kassadin. Kassadin, of course, in that top lane in the hands of Thousand. Theocules, we know he favors Vi. And then you've got the Janna and Dumbledog, who he's been playing fantastically throughout the entire tournament. And
probably so Corki to come.
I wouldn't be surprised. And they give that to Nardius. And I'm sat there thinking, okay, so you've given Aces High every single pick that they've probably done the best on so far. That blows my mind. And maybe, I mean, if HWA had something fantastic out and we do have a surprise pick, maybe that's going to be a bit more justification as to why they pick Graves, as we are going to be seeing the Wukong locked in, as well as the Xerath. Is it Wukong top?
Yeah. We're looking at Wukong top.
Okay, fabulous.
But that doesn't mean Kassadin will be top. Though by picking a strong mid laner against Kassadin, then you kind of force him into a bad lane either way. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 2v1 swap then. Wukong by himself, or get Wukong by himself against two. And then have Kassadin roam a little bit in the beginning. They always could change things up, though. Up to them. The Wukong, I mean, he can be strong in this comp, I guess. His knockup, Sejuani ultimate into his knockup can really kind of punish you.
Yeah.
But I feel like beyond that, he won't really offer too much in terms of damage. And I don't think he'll be tanky enough to really deal with this team. Since you have a lot of damage out of Corki if it gets locked in. Kassadin as well.
Gosh.
And even their top lane pick.
So yeah, I mean, they're looking at the hovering over Rumble, the hovering over Corki. We said, of course, Nardius was a force to be reckoned with on Corki. And I mean, not forgetting all these comfort picks already picked up for Aces High. Dumbledog, sorry, not Dumbledog, of course, Thaldrin securing Rumble for that top lane pick, which does suggest, of course, we are going to be seeing Wukong. Stop this.
Of course, you know, as we'll see here at HWA, you know, Malzahar support because it's so big over in
where?
Brazil. Trolling?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if
I
was sat there like, wow, Jason pulling out
no,
the
knowledge bomb here.
Malzahar support. And and we did have it. I mean, bearing in mind, Annie was previously banned away from HWA, and it was something that other teams feared somewhat.
Was it banned? I don't think it was banned in this set.
Not in this set, no.
But it was played in the first
game. No,
that was played in SKP.
Yeah, that was picked up by Masterwork. So this is something we have seen other teams play.
Not here for them.
Not for Hardware Arena, and so they're going to be picking that one up. Lelouch is going to be rocking the Annie support. We're going to be seeing a top lane Wukong. Of course, that was picked blind, so they went and, they thought it was picked potentially blind, of course, with the flexible casting pick, and of course it has been just that. We see actually Energy rocking Kassadin in the mid lane, and Rumble in the top lane. Cassidy. I'm renaming all the champions. I may as well pull a Lee D-Man Smith, and, you know, Cassandra has been banned away, and that's pretty much it. I'm not going to rename anymore.
Do you believe it?
Do I believe it? I never believe it. Do not believe it. And, I mean, something we need to highlight is that bot lane matchup. Talk to me a little bit about the Annie support.
You know, I'm not going to talk to you about the matchup. What I will talk to you about, though, is how the Annie's going to mix in with the team fight.
Yeah, okay.
Because we talked about the Sejuani ultimate into a Wukong ultimate into an Annie ultimate. It's a lot of lockdown. With Xerath getting some free damage in, so that can actually really decimate your entire team. When it comes to the lane, Janna's shield prevents a lot of the damage Annie does, but Annie has a really long attack range, so we could see him get very aggressive, get very in their face, and kind of, well, hopefully for their sake, punish them. But I feel like Aces High, they're on such a momentum high. 2 straight wins, 2 straight surrenders, 2 straight 30-plus kill games for them. They still have so many comfort picks. The only really new one coming in is the Rumble in the top lane. It's going to be tough. I mean, the thing is, Rumble gives you a really nice disengage or an engage, depending on how you want to use it. And in this situation, it'll be used as an engage for most of the time, slowing them down, not allowing them to run away, so your Kassadin and your Vi and your Corki can get a lot of free damage in.
Yeah, we're all ready to go straight on into the Rift. So HWA up against Aces High. We'll put that on your screens. And we're going into game number 3 now of the grand final of this League of Legends Turkey International Invitational. Both of these teams battling to get to this stage already. And Aces High, they are on a high. They've got 2 victories under their belt. They want to wrap it up in 3 and really push HWA out of the tournament into that second place finish. And as they battle for first, let's once again run down those rosters and run down these picks. Of course, a couple of wild cards already in the mix as we go on into this one. On the left side of your screens for the blue side, Thaldrin on Rumble. The Hercules in the jungle on Vi. In the mid lane, that Kassadin makes an appearance once again, this time in the hands of Energy. Nardius on Corki, such a strong pick for him. And Dumbledore on his most comfortable support we've seen is on the Janna.
On the side of HWA, down 0-2 here in this best of 3 so far. Fabulous on Wukong in that top lane. Stomage on Sejuani in the jungle. WTC on Xerath in the mid lane. Zeitnot on Graves once again. And Lelouch on Annie in that bottom lane here. So this could potentially be our final match here in this grand finals. And this can decide who wins the 5,000 euros and who wins the 3. Not to mention who gets the bragging rights, most importantly here between these teams. And Aces High. Again, 4 out of 5 comfort pick champions. It's going to be tough for HWA. This will be a very tough game.
It's going to be tough. And HWA, they're just forever second place. 3 seasons, 3 second place finishes in the Turkish season, or in the split, I should say, the Turkish split. And I mean, could potentially be another second place finish if they don't change something and change it now. Kicking off in this one then, we're going to see pretty standard start. No lane swap this time, as the bot lanes are going to be clashing from the start. Zeitnot and Lelouch up against Nardius and Dumbledore. Both top laners going to be giving their jungler some assistance, giving some leash. Actually, we're seeing Stomage kicking off straight with that red buff. I think most Sejuanis have actually been doing something similar, opting to smite that for the returned health. And now, this is a matchup again. We're going to be seeing quite an interesting turn of events. First, we've seen Fabulous on Morgana. Now we're seeing him on Wukong. I mean, this guy pulls out anything for top lane.
He does, and his Morgana, I mean, it worked out pretty well. It wasn't terrible or anything like that. It just came down to when Aces High just got way too fed. But look at Stomage, again, going for a really early cheek again, like we saw in the game just prior on Lee Sin when he went middle. But you can see Thaldrin play this one safe here, and it looks like the fight will break out here. Can Thaldrin escape this? Forced to flash away, but Stomage expected it. Thaldrin going incredibly low. Fabulous, though, taking a turret hit. Risky maneuvers from him as he does chug a health pot to try and stick on in this lane. And, of course, Thaldrin is going to be forced straight on back of that one. He does have his TP available, and he's going to be using that as soon as he possibly can to get straight on back to lane and negate that entire presence of that gank. As you can see, just going for the regen, straight on back to lane. And, if anything, that's going to put him a little bit more at an advantage. Of course, you're going to see Fabulous have to make a decision, make a choice. And the choice he makes is to stick around. Yeah, all Thaldrin was able to really pick up was another health pot, since he used one in that gang, and a ward. So he's going to be able to get the vision down. But he's still down his flash here, Stomage, which I don't think he necessarily needed to commit to. I see what he was trying to do. He's trying to jump right on top of him where he was flashing to hit him to get like a little mini knockup, but unfortunately it didn't really connect. And in the meantime, we had Lelouch actually get forced a flash out of him, and Nardius chasing him away. So already a big lead building it here for the side of Aces High with their bottom lane, at least in terms of summoners. And even the heal being used by Zeitnot there, so he's getting a little bit rough here. And you can see Energy feeling so confident here in that mid lane. Yeah, confident, cool, calm, collected. He's got his he's actually really going through his regeneration, but so is WTC. No health pots left for him, and we do have 1 health pot and a chug of his flask remaining for Energy. He's doing a fantastic job of staying in the CS game. I mean, Xerath should be able to using Energy somewhat, but every time I guess the Arcana Pulse does come down, he just has a null magic sphere there to absorb some of that magic damage. And you already see top lane as well, forcing Fabulous back to base. 21-10. Yeah. Like, he's doing some good damage, Thaldrin is. And there's no health pots left for Fab anymore. And he takes a lot of damage. He's right there. He tries to, you know, get a couple of last hits in there, but he gets harpooned in the face. He gets the flamethrower in their face. And he can't really stay in his lane that easy right now. Oh, mid lane gank coming in. Energy getting really low, though. Oh, it's going to be first blood for Energy. Quickly picked up, though, in response. Actually, to WTC as that tick of Ignite does secure it. And it's going to be a 1-for-1. But, of course, first blood and that extra tiny bit of gold. 300 or so, in fact, favoring now Aces High. we even had, in the meantime, Theocles going for a little bit of counter jungle. He's actually looking to gank on this bottom lane. He knows there's no flash for Lelouch, and this might be his opportunity to pick up another kill. He has red buff, and he's going to go straight for the Annie.
He knows Annie is completely immobile, and it's a perfect kill for him. Unbelievably so. Dumbledog picks that up, and that's going to be a little bit of a slip-up for Aces High. Not something you so often see where we're crediting and praising Dumbledog for his fantastic supportability and support, and also avoiding picking up these kills. This time, not so lucky. There must have been just that one auto attack.
Well, he needs his Magi's, you know.
Oh, yeah, get
he
those
needs
stacks.
it done before 20
but
minutes.
I mean, you know, still gold distribution. It's still going to put that bot lane further ahead, and Theocles straight off the back of that is looking towards doing Dragon. They don't have any vision yet, but I think Stormage is a little bit too wise for that one. He's going to catch Theocles in the act, and he's going to charge away from that one.
You know, it's never really a bad thing that the support picks up like an early kill like that, because think about what you actually get off of it versus the AD carry. You get more vision, you get more control, you get the Sightstone, you know, relatively early on, which prevents Stormage from going for these ganks that he's going to need to be able to pull off to allow him to pick up some kills. And you know, Nars, as long as he's continuing to farm up well like he's doing, as energy gets ganked in middle, he actually might be dropping this one. And it looks like HWA will be able to pick up another kill here, tying things up 2 apiece. And this is the most even game we've had between these two teams so far.
Yeah, this is a start that HWA have been desperate for. Trying to level it out at the start of things. Aces High 2 times already have had such an advantage in the early game, and it's finally HWA managing to match that pace that Aces High have been setting. I think credit to Stomage, he's been present and been able to retreat and really be a presence in that mid lane, and that's exactly what you need. You need to shut that casting down 1 to 2 already. 28 CS to 25, and that 1 kill is going to be giving him that advantage in terms of gold. What should be, in fact. 2 kills, of course, in favor of WTC.
Surprised Fab is actually building some damage right now. Obviously, he wants to be able to last hit under a turret. And I'm assuming he's going for a Hex Trigger against his double AP composition, but it's going to be tough for him to really do much in this lane. This is allowing Thaljan to get so much time to just roam around the map. He's even being really aggressive here, pushing in for maybe a ward or 2, or maybe a mid lane gank here to punish WTCN for not having flash up. But Energy hasn't hit 6 just yet. Thaljan is. And this most certainly will be a kill once Energy hits 6.
Yeah, you can see whether or not he wants to invest that much time into it. Just about to hit level 70. In fact, Energy has, and that's going to be the start of something quite dangerous for WTC. As you can see, he's cautious. He's like, hang on, that top lane's been missing for a dangerous amount of time. Spots out Theocles, the non-level 6 Vi, and actually, could potentially be caught out here. They want to take Stormage with them. That's going to be an option for them. And already he's fallen below half health. Ult does come in just at the nick of time. Fabulous is there. He's level 6 as well. He could use his ultimate if he wants to, and he does to try and knock up the double T combo. Thaldrin and Theocles in trouble. He does potentially have the damage to take down one with him, and the shield there from Rumble was enough. He may be looking for a second here. He is going to secure it. Double kill going, and so close from Fabulous. Takes down both of them from Aces High, and HWA going to start building a bit of a lead here, and Fabulous especially.
But Energy's chasing, though. Energy wants this kill, but he's going the wrong way. Oh, he actually played this one so smart. Fab was going to the bush to back away instead of running back behind the turret. And that will allow him to go for an escape here. So being down in CS, having a rough time in lane, does get himself 2 kills and gets himself now some control.
That's going to be exactly what it needs. TP in the bot lane, though. Exhaust already used. They really want Zeetnot. Flashes away. That may not be delaying it, though, as for Lelouch is forced to do the same. Nardius flashes. Doesn't connect the rocket. It's going to have cost him the kill. The health pot was just enough regen he needed, as the ult does come out from Xerath, trying to provide a barrage of support. As, of course, it wasn't just quite in range. Nardius so low. A max range Arcano Pulse will put him to bed permanently, and Nardius knows it's coming. They have vision in that bush. This is all he needs, but he's only got so little mana, and he knows Energy's in pursuit.
Oh, they're going for WTCN now for being too cocky. He doesn't have flash to get away from this one,
God.
and he's trying to go for the kill on Nars. He almost secures it, but Energy does finally close out the kill. Gets him all tied out now at 4-4.
Oh man, so many steps in the right and wrong direction from HWA. This time it was the first one, and WTC didn't have the mana to really pursue that one. He was a little kind of trigger happy with his ultimate as well, using it so early. It just enabled the very low health AD carry to just walk away from it.
Bottom lane, Nardis is still sticking around. Probably in a move or a place that he shouldn't be right now. Is can easily be killed here. You can see Luge off to the side trying to come in, but he doesn't have flash, doesn't have level 6 either. But now blue buff going to be given over to Energy in just a few. Thaldrin return back to lane with the Seeker's Arm Guard, and then going into the Haunting Guys. It seems going for that standard penetration kind of build. And that ultimate out of Thaldrin, I mean, it can be so deadly. I think it has like one of the highest damage per seconds out of any ultimate, except maybe like Viger, who can have technically an infinity amount. But Nardis is actually on top of a ward right now. This is not good on that bottom side.
Oh, he's Big, taking so many risks as this AD carry. Nadia's just sticking around. He wants to maintain some sort of lead or feeling pretty confident as he knows, of course, Deepknot has headed on back to base. Lelouch backing away through that vision. The Dumbledog knows what's going down, and Lelouch just doesn't have a level 6. If he did have his Tibbers, then this could be a different story. And probably Nadius wouldn't be willing to fight this one, but instead they do. Lelouch, about 3/4 of the way through level 5, isn't going to be able to fight this one. Just stunning out Dumbledore, trying to push him out of lane in the meantime. In that mid lane, if I can find it, WTC and Energy just exchanging constant barrages of damage. Both of them have blue buff though, so it's going to be pretty sustained damage from both sides. Energy probably at a slight disadvantage just because WTC's ability to now farm from distance as well as poke.
And I mean, CS dead even there. CS is actually finally going the way of Fabulous on that top side. Bottom lane pretty much all tied up here, so definitely a very close game. And HWA have been able to make it through the early phase of the game where they've struggled prior.
Fun fact about Fabulous? Fabulous.
About fun facts?
Fun facts about Fabulous. No, I didn't stutter. You see, he was one of the first Turkish players to reach Challenger on EU West. And that top lane, it shows in his picks, just so flexible. And will basically play anything he can. Anything that is a champion here on League of Legends, he'll probably play or have tried in that top lane. And
Zeitnot bottom now, getting pushed 2v1. Should be an easy kill here for Nardis, but actually he backs away because the Lelouch has been able to come in. He's not level 6. Teleport coming down for Fabulous now. And Dumbledore, he has Flash, he has Exhaust, he should be fine. And that will, actually no, ultimate from Stormage over the wall, catches 2 of them here, and this should be an easy 2 kills, but here comes bot to side. Theocles looking for a turnaround, doesn't use ultimate just yet, goes into Fabulous, but doesn't really have backup just yet. Energy going to be coming in towards the Tri-Bush, trying to help out here, and Fabulous going to run away towards that direction, but it looks like Energy has backed out over the Dragon Pit wall, and HWA, they are fighting back here, 6-4, they have the lead, and they have the gold lead.
HWA showing Aces High how to play the start. In fact, they're playing it so differently to what we've seen in the past. This isn't the HWA we've seen in games 1 and 2, and that's fantastic news. Energy solo 1. Skill shot is all it's going to take WTC. He's so hungry for it. He doesn't have his ultimate available. He didn't have his flash available, and Energy kind of knows he's been a bit lucky there. Backs away from that one, recalling it at the safest distance he could find. And we'll see that dream of another kill come in the way of HWA is dashed. And now Rumble in that top lane still leading on CS 84-79, but all said and done, 3 kills for Fabulous. He has the gold advantage, 4,400 to 3,000. Oh, sorry, I should say 4,000 now. Just 40 gold away from that. And Hex Drinker Brutalizer, you called it.
Well, kills gonna be coming in middle. Just 1, but WTCN got very low and was forced to get a summoner heal out of Zeitnot there to escape. So this could potentially open up a dragon, and this is perfect timing coming in. Their jungler's now gone. They have Thaldrin returning back to this with a nice amount of levels, has ultimate available very, very soon. And Energy has Rod of Ages now completed. And this should be first dragon of the game, going to Aces High. Very well done. And like I said before, the Brutalizer and Hextring got a fat balance. He has to be careful. Thing is, like, yeah, you can build some damage on him. He can do quite a bit. But if you get locked down by Vi, then you're just like gonna die. Like, you have to be careful. You have to build tanky on Wukong if you want to do some damage.
Yeah, absolutely right. Considering your ultimate is quite literally just on the enemy, you do have to build that tankiness, and but you do, of course, need the AD to alongside it. The double Dorans and the Brutalizer already providing that, of course, alongside that 25 AD from the Hex Drinker. And Lelouch just fluffed it, completely fluffed his lines, completely throwing the Tibbers away. That's a big cooldown now ticking away for the HWA side, and that's perhaps going to open up something in this bottom lane. In the meantime, the turret has gone down. Fabulous, just constant pushing. Able from Wukong, as he's going to be able to clear those waves so quickly now with that AD we were just talking about. In the meantime, Energy's taken heavy damage from the Stone Mage and WTC presence in mid. They're going to, in fact, be picking this turret up. I don't think... Actually, no. Theocles wants to pursue onto this one. They have their ultimate. It looks like Stone Mage has used his flash coming in. They want to do something, but it's not the right move. Already won. They're looking to close it out with the ultimate. Energy trying to evade. He just doesn't take the damage. In fact, he's going aggressive onto Stone Mage. TP from Thaldrin to keep him safe and sound. For now, Fabulous has made an appearance, and that actually may cost them. Here comes the Equalizer. Zera's looking low and immobile. He goes down, and Thaldrin, he's looking for more as Nardis makes an appearance. Fabulous takes the consolation prize, takes the Kassadin, and bows down in defeat as the double kill does roll on home for Thaldrin. And that's going to give him 3-1 now, and 8-8 as the kills level out.
That stun coming out of WTC, catching up Theocles right when he flashed in, so he couldn't get his ultimate off, was very well done. And that does, well, at least get them 2 kills, but they did lose 3. Dumbledore now looking for the loot here off to the side. Zeitnot trying to help out from that blue buff cove. And he will gash over the wall here. Dumbledore has to be careful. He gets bursted down before he can do anything. He had his ultimate up, but he didn't use it. And now HWA still fighting back. 1 kill ahead in the lead. Still ahead by about 1,000 gold. And Thaldrin, he's getting pretty damn strong now with that Haunting Gods completed. I wonder if he's actually going into his... wow, I can't think of the name. His Rylai's or his... Help me out here, Alex.
Torment?
Landry's Torment.
I'm there for you.
You got me.
I got you. Trinity Force, of course, been picked up as well, talking of items, and that's going to be making the Corki oh so powerful. In contrast to an incomplete Infinity Edge for Zeetnot. In fact, I wonder how much gold has he been sitting on. Where is he? Here he is. He's got a... Okay, so he's going to be going back and picking up that Infinity Edge. So not necessarily an item behind, but it's going to mean that the AD carries are going to be clashing once again. And we've said it before, and we'll say it again, that in our opinion, considering how many times we've seen this matchup, the Corki does get stronger than the Graves in this matchup. WTC is so very low. Oh, I thought he was going to evade it. In the meantime, Nadia's just slaps a rocket to secure that one. And another dead Xerath. That immobile champion is being really kind of, they're exploiting his weaknesses. They have so many gap closes, Kassadin and a Vi, including, I mean, we've seen the Valkyrie from the Corki even to close it all out, and you just can't get away from that.
Yeah,
2 to 4.
The Wukong pick, like, what is it doing right now? He's got 4 kills out of 9. He's not here. He's trying to split push top, which Thalgem, you know, will be able to run back to in just a few seconds, I would imagine. But he's not here for the fighting, and this is what HWA has been struggling on. They haven't been winning the team fights against Aces High. Like, yeah, they can split push all day, but if you can't win a team fight and Aces High can take so many objectives off the back of that, then what do you really accomplish? And they need to group up. Like, they need to try to force these fights. Aces High, you know, below 1,000 gold difference now between the two teams, and they are starting to really catch up here.
Yeah, they most definitely are, and HWA trying to kill that Scuttle Crab, trying to play the battle for vision once more. As Lelouch is just working slowly but surely on the pink ward there, and I mean, I've been intrigued to see how HWA approach this now. They do have that slight gold lead, and that's coming from pure CS and kills, or pure CS, I should say, in considering 500 gold to separate the two teams, and the only difference there is the slight CS advantage for every single member, other than the AD carries. Oh my god, Lelouch. Look at that. That was the gold lead, completely shattered, as immediately a kill comes in. This time actually going to double dodge once again, and surely not Fabulous. Thinking about it. In pursuit, waiting for his teammates to back him up. Turret does fall, though. That's going to be leveling up the gold again. It's just back to back, tit for tat. Knockalee's backing away Janus Shield, just making sure he's safe and sound in this one. And I mean, you're right. That is a huge threat from HWA. Just that Sejuani into Wukong ultimate, even into Graves ultimate, is just a terrifying combination.
That's the problem, though, right? Is that, you know, Fabulous hasn't been there unless his teleport is up. So, like, the combo is only as good as if everyone's there. And they're going to go for the fight here. They have the equalizer. They could just drop and stop this engage.
Double dodge using his ultimate
terrible
wisely. Look at that equalizer, and now Nardis is forced to pick up the slack. He does just that, takes down Wukong. Fabulous out, 2 key ultimates out, make it 3. Zeetnot down as well. Thaldrin's trying to survive as best he can. The Ignite ticking away on him, but the same can be said for WTC, and he doesn't get so lucky. He goes down to Corki, 4 kills for 0, and all of a sudden, Aces High snatch an advantage.
And that was the terrible equalizer coming down. It stopped nothing. The whole enemy team was past it, and yet he kind of like slapped it down and was like, all right, well, I'm not really going to offer much for this fight, but I'm going to flash it and kick 2 kills anyways.
I mean, I was going to say, it didn't stop them from winning that team fight downright. So, I mean, winning a team fight without your huge AoE team fight ultimate, that says something.
Maybe he's making sending a message. I can blatantly miss this equalizer, and we'll still beat you.
Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just rubbing salt into the wound. The 2 for 0 wound, HWA. They're looking closer this game, but Aces High, that's the first time we've seen them really with something kind of that inspires a bit of confidence, I think, in the play from this team. And that does, of course, give them that gold lead they've been so hungry for. 31,000 or 31,500 now to just 29,000. So 2,000 separating the two teams. And Fabulous, you've highlighted it already, and we're going to highlight it again. Look where he is. Just hanging out in that top lane. The rest of his team kind of scrambling for scraps around this Dragon Pit. He doesn't have TP, and I think he realizes that he needs to be there.
Considering how much he's been top lane, like farming by himself, he doesn't have that big of a lead.
He doesn't have really too much to show for it. You're absolutely right. And he doesn't have TP. Surely that's going to be the message to Aces High saying, hey guys, it's a 5v4 if they even want to fight it. And I don't think they do. It's a freebie for Aces High. They'll be picking that one up. As you can see already, Stomage is heading back to base. He ain't interested. And look at the build part. We haven't highlighted it once. Stomage, you said we have only seen tanky Sejuani. Look at that Madras enchant on that Stalker's Blade into, instead of full AP Sejuani.
Yeah, I mean, it's a build we've seen a couple of times before. It's pretty standard, kind of. Or it can be, where you just kind of You ult in, which does quite a bit of damage, but then also your abilities. Your W does percent of health damage based off ability power, I believe. Yeah, so her W does 12% plus 5% of their own maximum health. So it does quite a bit to the enemy team. And that's why it's kind of really effective here. But WTC, I'm going to get caught out again. He's almost getting bursted down here, as you see now. Nardis backing away. The Ignite's going to be enough to finish him off here. But the teleport coming in from the backside. Thaldra's joined the party. Equalizer surely won't miss this time. And he will get stunned before he can even use it.
Aldrin taken down. It's a double kill already for the AP Sejuani. Fabulous' ultimate does just about connect onto double dodge and energy. And they're looking for him, but he's not quite going to be going down just yet. The Rift Walk so very strong. And now they continue. Here comes the HWA train. Just one man down for, it should have been 3. Energy still flashing incredibly red. This is backing away from this one to regen, and the turret does fall. HWA picking up their 4th turret of this game, and they're straight on out of there. Their health bars are not in a position to do any more. And I mean, that's the first fight we've seen Fabulous be present in. And
who would have thought they'd win a fight? Who would have thought they'd win a fight where they had 5 people and the team had 4? But either way, little things like that have not seemed to have gotten Aces High down. Like if you think about the past, where they were even further ahead, and yet they would lose a couple of deaths here or there, they still wouldn't really care, and they would still push back into it. But on HWA's side, it's a big win. It's a big morale boost for the team. Like, guys, we can still do this. We had this really bad team fight bottom, but we just want a nice fight middle, and we can keep this pressure on.
They're applying the pressure all over the map. Look at this, Aces High swinging in to steal away that blue buff from HWA, and it's a real statement that says that Aces High have got the vision control. I'm talking of vision control. I mean, look at this warding from Dumbledore, just chucking down an extra 2, as I mentioned it, all around the enemy side. Both sides, really, not so much on this upper side, but still wards all across the map. And there's just the same can't be said for HWA. 1 or 2 littered across their own jungle, but they're just not on par at this stage. And yes, they have the slight gold lead, and that's come entirely from CS. And that extra turret.
Yeah, it helps. And the Ravenous Hydra for Fabulous is going to help them do quite a bit more damage. That attack reset. Marlonomicon. WTCN just really hasn't been able to build up too much compared to his opponent, who almost has a death cap. Like, that's a big difference between the 2 mid lanes. And yeah, he's on 1,300 gold, but it isn't that big. But either way, Corki 4, 2, and 5. Nardis has proven on Corki before he can be extremely deadly. We're on the other side, Zeitnot. Unfortunately, he's at 0-1-4. Like, he has not had the best of games. He's continued to farm up, though. I'll give him credit for that. He's continued to, stay ahead in the CS lead. But he needs to get some kills going. He needs some assists. Or no, not assists. He needs some kills.
There you go.
To really kind of get his momentum rolling. And he's going for a little bit of a different build that we've seen out of most Graves. He's going for the stack Shiv, it seems, again, where we've seen in the past the Yomu's picked up as a second item.
Yeah, I'm talking of items being picked up. Actually, the Haunting Guides being the next pickup for Lelouch on Annie. And Wukong going for that Ravenous Hydra. That was a while ago, but regardless, it's still an item that's been picked up. You were asking whether or not which avenue he was going to take, and we've seen the Rumble, of course, Thaldrin taking the Liandry's. Yep,
going for that kind of standard route. His ultimate paired him with that crazy damage, and he has slows built in with that ultimate and his E. So the Ryla is just giving a little bit of extra tankiness, which he might need. We got locked down by 1 stun, and he just completely died before it was over. So that's why I was kind of wondering if you wanted to go that kind of route. But either way, game is getting really close here, really tense between the 2 teams. Remember, this is the grand finals. This is a best of 5. One more win for Aces High, and they will have secured themselves the 5,000 euros and secured themselves the bragging rights. On the side of HWA, they're trying to fight it back. They're trying to claw their way back in. They were able to take, so many teams before, able to upset quite a few teams. Beating G2 with that great turnaround in number 1, beating BPI Phoenix, losing to BPI, beating BPI Phoenix yesterday, in a 2-0 with Olaf in the jungle. And being one of the long-standing teams, within the Turkish community, they want to show they still, you've still got what it takes to be on the top. But right now, Aces High, the ones that stop them from soaring. Let's see what they can do.
See if they can clip their wings at the moment. They're going to be just trying to battle around the vision. I was saying it's pretty consistent. Dumbledore just using that Sightstone to its best of his ability. And they know 45 seconds on that timer now for Dragon. Energy going back to base is just about the right amount of time as in fact, the Oculus is heading on back too. And you're going to see just a little bit more shopping done, a little bit extra items picked up. Hercules is going to be making his way back, fully regened and ready for this fight. 29 seconds. Aldrin raining down rockets on towards that death bush. The pink one does get cleared out though. HWA securing the scuttle as well, so things starting to shape up nicely for Hardware Arena. And
I would be careful if your ace is high here.
okay.
Because the fact that Fat Fabulous is finally here, not split pushing top lane. Like, you need to be careful. That's why you don't see them pushing straight in for position. Definitely taking their time this time.
Because they know they have scuttle, they know they have guaranteed vision, and that's a big deal in this stage. 2 dragons already picked up for the Aces high side. 2. Sorry, yeah. 0 on the side of HWA. And the third one picked up. Double dodge picked up and locked up. Storm Rage taking a huge raining of damage. He's not quite going down though. In the meantime, Theocles trying to do something to Fabulous. He says, nope, I'm doing something else. Flashing in with his ultimate to try and knock up 1, make it 3 members as Zeetnot picks up a triple. And Fabulous is on the mop-up crew. He's looking to do something. Double already picked up from Nadius. This is chaos. As you can see, Theocles just running away, backing away as the only surviving member of Aces High. It's a 4-for-3 exchange, and it's going to be a dragon as well for Hardware Arena.
I wonder if he could stop this, actually. He could kill WTCN. Like, they have vision up towards the top left side in that bush. He's coming around. He's looking for something here. He might not be able to take Dragon, but he should be able to pick up a kill here down to about 900 HP. He goes back in. He realizes, well, I'm dead. And he does go down. First Dragon of the game for HWA this time, 18-16. And it is a delayed ace here coming from HWA for a 5-for-3 exchange.
Not too shabby. And you know, when Fabulous is there in those team fights, he really is a bit of a force to be reckoned with. Got his full Ravenous Hydra, Black Cleaver, Merc Treads, and a Hex Ring. And don't forget, those double Dorans, they are still giving him the AD he needs to be so very relevant. And he got locked up, he got hit by the Vi ultimate Theocles, and straight up after that, straight into a Flash ultimate. And it's still, that's just still going to be, no matter how you use it, it's still going to be a game-changing or fight-changing ultimate if used correctly.
It was such a good job at Aces High to just separate from the Sejuani ultimate. Like, I wonder if Dumbledore, you know, was able to heal somehow during that fight. If he would have been okay. Either way, I mean, HWA definitely showing they have what it takes here, and forcing Aces High to be in a really bad position. That's why I was kind of, you know, confused why Aces High were poising for that position around Dragon when, you know, prior times they didn't have a 5th man there. For, you know, HWA didn't have a 5th man there, so they weren't really worried about, you know, engaging on a team fight or losing a team fight. But either way, I mean, they're still pretty damn close in gold. What, 1,000 separates both teams? Big CS lead building up top lane for Fat Fabulous as he goes into the Black Cleaver. He's got a little extra HP there, a lot of extra damage, a lot of extra armor pen for his team, which will help out Zeitnot quite a bit. And I believe every swing of his ultimate does actually add a stack. So it's like a free, how much percent is it? Like 20 total? Yeah, 25% armor pen for his AD carry.
It's a big chunk of armor pen. There's HWA just going for Baron Vision. I don't think there's anything more to be read into this. I don't think they're going to be considering Baron until, or unless 5 members of Aces High disconnect from the server. So now, Ace Energy going to be given that blue buff, giving him that extra bit of mana regen. And I mean, looking at this, look at the way it's currently going. 46,000 to just 45 in the grand final of the League of Legends Turkey International Invitational. These two teams, I mean, it wasn't all Turkish teams. There was a pretty even split of international as well. But, you know, it sees fit, and we see that some of the top Turkish teams have made it all the way to this grand final. Of course, arguably the best Turkish team didn't manage to secure a place, being knocked out in 2-0 in the semi-finals to SK Prime.
Yeah, it's not like there was any, you know, easy teams in this. So you had Dark Passage, you had SK Prime, you had G2, you have, you know, HWA, BPI. You have all these really good teams, and you know these two are the best of the best, able to, you know, beat out some of the best in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're doing something like that, there's really no room for error. Fabulous caught out by Theocles. There's a huge amount of follow-up coming his way, and I think he knows it. Just using his ultimate to try and maybe lay down some fire on towards Nadius, but it's just not enough. And another kill going in favor of Aces High. It's going to be 19 now to 6. And just 600 gold separating these two teams. As you can see in the mid lane, actually. Hardware Arena backing away, not interested in fighting without Fabulous, and rightfully so. 6 for 3, leading on their team for kills and almost leading on the I was about to call it a server, on the Rift, with 7 kills for Nardis. Energy going in though. Here comes the equalizer. WTC caught out once again. It's an all too familiar sight. Is going to be eliminated by Energy. He knew it was coming. He threw his W on himself. At the same time, we did see Lelouch eliminated as well. 30-second death timers for them. Fabulous up in 5, and that mid turret's going to be taking a whole lot of damage. In the meantime, look at that ultimate just locking up some minions. I'm not sure what Stomach's plan was there. AP Sejuani, of course, super squishy. Like a knife through butter, they eliminate the jungler, and now Aces High just going to be gathering their thoughts and gathering their minions. In fact, even using that ultimate just for a bit more sustain as they plan on sieging this one out. As they trickle by trickle, HWA are going to try and defend these turrets.
Yeah, good thing for them to not go for Baron as well, because Graves could steal that. In the meantime, they see them trying to push in. They're trying to go for Graves. Zydok getting bursted immediately here. Fabfella is shoved back into his own base, and that should be at least another turn under the belt here of Aces High. I'm not sure if they're going to commit for any more. But either way, Dragon, about a minute 30's time. They have time to prepare for this one, get some wards down, maybe push this bomb tier 2, and even still go back to base to buy out before they return for a potential next fight here. They have over 1,000 gold to spend on everyone on their team, 1,900 for Nardis here. This is getting not out of hand, but this is going to give Aces High such a big power spike into this next fight.
Yeah, this is it. This is something that HWA
Oof, there it is, Quicksilver Sash. That's the big one.
That is the huge one. I mean, you know how difficult a Corki can be to kill. We've seen the survivability of many a Corki on many different AD carry, and I mean, Nardis, he's going to be able to have the Janna shield into a QSS, into his own very own Valkyrie to get away from that. And we've seen that that can be very difficult to shut down from a team like this. I mean, you've got the Xerath ultimate, but then WTC has to be not dead, which of course hasn't been a particular strength of his recently, as he seems to be always the one getting caught out. The reason these team fights have been flopping, and I mean, look at that, 2 for 7. The guy's died 7 times and only has 2 kills to show for it. Not strong from mid lane. In contrast that to, of course, the strong performance from Energy already. 5, 4, and 10 participating in 15 of the 23 kills.
Considering the amount of time Stomach has actually spent middle to help out WTC, and it is really surprising the what he currently has done with it. Oh, wow, taking a lot of damage here. Ultimate's going to be raining. He should be fine, though. He should survive it. But now with him being already low for this Dragon, this could actually give it up here. But WTCN trying to poke over the wall as much as he can. He's already low on mana, though. This is really bad for him. And look at that. He's getting stunned immediately here. Thaldron forced to pop this on. He's forced to try to do something to stay alive. Energy's in as well. And the Equalizer coming down. It is good. Landing over to multiple members, getting them solo. Fabulous will fall from this one. And Thaldron trying to escape, but he's actually eventually going to fall. No! The Flash is giving the distance to somebody. He'll come out, just get Zayda a little bit quicker. Nardis turning for some damage. Energy getting caught on the south side. And that will be a 1-for-2 trade in favor of HWA. And this might open up Dragon.
That's all they need. Dragon is live. And of course, HWA sitting on just 1 Dragon buff. They're going to be able to level it out. 2 Dragon buffs apiece now as they pick up that pushing power as they go on into this game. 32 minutes in. 2 Dragons apiece, 4 turrets apiece, and just 1,000 gold. Well, make it 2,000 gold, separating these 2 teams. We're, of course, in a grand final, and HWA looking to make it a little bit more exciting as they really start to challenge the Aces High side.
Fight just, it was really kind of mixed, where if Thaldron didn't get that low off the bat, it was a stun coming in from WTCM that facilitated him getting so low on health, forced to pop the zonies right away. And while that was down, it's like, all right, free damage on Energy. Okay, his zonies is down. All right, let's switch over to Thaldron again. And the Equalizer, it was okay. It wasn't as good as I actually thought it was during the fight. But they just took too much. The AoE stuns out of Annie, not to mention Fabulous, who was just kind of facilitating a nice knock-up, allow them to buy a lot of time for some more, again, free damage in. And WTCN did quite a bit of chip, especially on a Dumbledore before the fight even began.
Yeah, I mean, we lost to Thaldron pretty low on, or at least he lost most of his health bar. It was more, I don't know if it was a panicked Equalizer, as if a kind of, this is the end, I may as well contribute with his Equalizer ultimate. Oh, either way. See, as we're reaching that pretty solid 34-minute mark, Stonemage's build is starting to get a little tankier. He has picked up that locket, and it's going to give him a bit more magic resist, give him a bit more of an innate tankiness that you think you need. Even if you are building this AP Sejuani route, you do need to have something to survive. Otherwise, you are quite literally just a pressing R and dying kind of process.
He needs to get a tanky out of him really soon, like a Randuin's.
Like now.
Or a Frozen Heart. Probably Randuin's, actually. Yeah, he needs something, because if he overextends, luckily he hasn't really been doing that, or he misses, like if he whiffs his ultimate and he overextends while trying to do it, he's dead. Corki will just shred through him. Rumble will do it the same. But either way, HWA going for the push here. Theocles was out of position, pushing up top lane. He's heading back to base. And Fabulous is going to be shoving bottom on top of that. So HWA will transition down towards this bottom turret, looking to take the turret lead for the first time in a while. Look at this, WTCN being spot out. Valdrim trying to commit for a little bit of time here. Pops the equalizer, does some good damage. WTCN takes him down about half HP. Now they're not going to go for the commitment after this. Maybe Theocles could get a nice assault and battery off. And either way, they're just going to back off. That's a major ultimate being down now for Thalgrin. They have to wait for it to come back up if they want to fight.
Yep, I think you're right. That equalizer is going to be ticking away. And of course, the problem that HWA now have is that you have the advantage. You have that extra turret. They have that slight bit of global gold. And both teams so cautious here, of course. Aces high. So much on the line here. They want to wrap this up as soon as possible. If they lose one, that makes HWA realize, hey, it's not over yet. But if you put the first nail in their coffin now, you can secure that first place a lot sooner, of course, here. As looks like we're going to see Theocles going hard, and once again, WTC is just shut down out of the fight, and then the fight occurs. Fabulous not contributing much with that ultimate, and his health bar is going pretty low as well. Forced to try and escape. Thaldrin says, nope, not today. Storm Rage is going down as well, and the pursuit begins. Energy a little cautious with that one. Don't know if he missed that one. I wasn't quite interested in going against the AD carry. Lelouch is going down for a double as Thaldrin collects that one. And now 4 deaths for HWA, no one going down from Aces High, and the power of Theocles is made clear. Just turns up onto the fight, locks down the AP mid laner, and straight up, Aces High, they're turning attention to Baron. Yeah,
they're punishing WTCN a little bit just for overextender getting out of position. Just once they get the knock up onto him, they all pile on top of him, pick up an easy kill. He needs something like a Zonius just to survive a bit longer, but look at this. Sightnot is not done just yet. He could actually kill someone with a nice combo over the wall. Baron is falling ever so low, about 4,000 HP here, and Sightnot could go for the steal. He's going to go straight into the pit here. Will they stop him? Is he going to go for the steal? And he tries to get the Oculus, but he doesn't get the kill. Baron's down. Zelades comes in, and that'll be Aces High now, up 29-18 here, 37 minutes in.
Aces High. He seemed to be on top of things in this one. I mean, it's getting scary. Look at these build paths now. 9-3-12 from Nardius, rocking that Bloodthirster, Triforce, and an Infinity Edge. He's even got a Sword Boost and a QSS. I mean, this feels like a near full build now for Nardius. Of course, an item or two yet to come. And then you contrast that with Zeitnot. Got his IE, got his Bloodthirster, and then just a static Shiv. He's an item ahead, an item and a half ahead. And then in that mid lane, 2-8-7 for WTC, and just a 5-5. 14. Contrast that. I mean, how much gold is the difference between these two?
Ooh,
13,000.
I have to cut you off here. Look bottom side.
Maybe he's not going to go for it. Surely Fabulous doesn't fancy his chances
he
against.
was looking for it.
9-3-12. I don't have to say that more than once. I mean, that is a scary Corki. We saw the assassination. It feels like assassination potential that can you can bear witness to when a Corki. I mean, he's got double buffs. He's got all those kills. He's probably got the most gold on the Rift. I wouldn't be surprised. 16,000. Yep, that is the most on the entire either side. And so Nardius, which for some reason they let him have again. HWA, we're going to have to address that pick and ban phase at the end of this one, as it just feels like they gave Aces High everything they wanted. And look at that equalizer. It slows them all down, enables Theocles to close the gap. HWA health bars are falling. Fabulous doing the best he can, and it's not good enough. Straight away, beautiful saved ultimate there from Vice. Connects another last 2 kills. It's a team ace, and Aces High, no, they've secured it. It took them only 3 in this best of 5, and we have our victors in the Riot Games League of Legends Turkey Invitational. That is a mouthful. We have a beautiful winner. Aces High, wrap it up in 3.
All right, so they take home the 5,000 euros. They take home the pride of